Hi everybody, this is Katie Weaver, and first of all, thank you so much, Lacey. I've loved all of your suggestions. I can't wait to give that putty a try, so sounds good. First, I really want to thank you guys all for being here. I'm so excited for the opportunity. I get to speak to you today about one of the topics that's near and dear to my heart, and that's animals and animal communication. So I am a professional psychic advisor around here at 1-2 Listen, and I work with animals a lot. So I thought it might be a little fun today to throw in the topic of animals and how to help them when they are struggling. Before I do that, very quickly, I want to let you know that we're in the chat room over at 1-2 Radio on Facebook. So you go to 12radio.com, click on the chat button, and you'll be redirected into the Facebook chat. That's how to find where we are. I'm also live streaming this event from there. So if you head right over to the chat room and scroll down, you'll see me there, and you can click on that and watch or listen to this production that way as well. So lots of ways to connect. So I don't want to give that too much time. I want to get right into it. So I can see a lot of your smiling faces popping up. I'm thrilled you guys are here, and oh my gosh, we've already had so much good content today, and so much more to come. So excited to be a part of our very first symposium. Okay, so the title of my talk was Woof, Helping Animal Companions Adapt to Change. And I laughed about it later thinking, I hope that I didn't alienate the meows. Or I said yesterday on the Psychic Sisters, or the Bok-Boks, or the Quacks, or anybody else. But at any rate, I want to talk about how things go for your animal companions when you are going through change. It happens. People move. They get divorced. They get sick. They lose their job. They start a new job. People move into the house. People move out of the house. All of those things affect your animals, and sometimes they affect them profoundly. And so I want to talk about that and give you guys some ideas and some tools to help to connect to them in an effective way to help. So first of all, I have a few things that you want to watch for. If your animal is typically pretty laid back and easygoing, and suddenly they are acting really clingy, and especially if you yourself are in chaos and change, this is what I'm really hitting on, but if they're acting especially clingy, aggressive towards other people, extra protective towards you, unexpected aggression or fearful responses, sleeping way more than normal, or the opposite, pacing the house and acting more nervous than normal, behavior or accidents in the house. I think that we all know, anybody who has a cat or has ever lived with one knows that cats have a very defined way of letting you know that they're pissed off, right? Most definitely. I mean, a cat will pee when they're upset. Dogs will do it too, actually, but we see that in cats really often. So if you're going through stress, and these are some of the things that you're seeing with your animal companions, then we need to do some work on that. We need to do what we can to help them out. So first of all, I want to go through a checklist. So I have a checklist for you, or I don't know. Yeah, we'll call it a checklist. But these are 5 different things that your animals want you to know. And I think when you're going through change, when you're going through some chaos, these are things that are really important to remember, because it could be that maybe your attention is on other things right now, and maybe you aren't able to give them as much as you normally do. So these are the 5 things that they want you to know right now. First, they want you to know your company is vital to us. You guys have to remember, you have your friends, your family, your co-workers, maybe you have social media, whatever it is that you have ways to seek out other attention, other social avenues. They don't. You are it. You're it. They miss you when you're gone. When you come home, they really want you to take a few minutes to greet them. I've heard from so many animals that when their owners come home or their companions come home, they are, they're distracted, they've got their heads in other things. They just want you to give them a minute. Get down on the floor or pick them up. Get on their level, but give them a minute of your time. Greet them. They will likely be dancing around it, letting you know how much they've missed you when you were gone. So acknowledge that. I think this is kind of a tough one because I talk to a lot of people that feel pretty guilty about leaving them. And I am a big fan of cohabitating with more than one animal companion for this reason, because they do give each other usually some pretty good attention and company when you're gone. But that's a personal choice too. But build them into your plans whenever you can. We've luckily gotten into a more pet-friendly society, I think more pet-friendly all the time, but always build them into your plans when you can. They need to know that they are a priority to you. Second, we feel your emotions deeply. If you are hurting, if you're grieving, if you're sad, if you're angry, if you're very, very distressed, or if you're happy, upbeat, cheerful, they know. They respond to those things. How many of you have been having a rough day and had one of your animal companions go out of their way to make you hold them, or to lick your face, or to be right by your side? You know, you're in the kitchen trying to cook and that dog or that cat is laying right at your feet and won't let you move, right? Because they know. They are so dialed in to how you're feeling, to how you're doing, and they want to be a part of that with you. So always acknowledge that. And if they're trying to comfort you, let them. Please recognize that this is a part of their job. Your animal companions will give themselves a job in your home. Now, maybe you'll give them a job, but they will give themselves a job too. And frequently their job is that of guardian, protector, comforter, and boss. How many of you live with an animal companion that thinks they are the boss of you? I live with quite a few. Our little Chihuahua, Rico, I think is convinced that he is the boss of me, and I just kind of let him do it because, well, he's a good boss. At any rate, I do believe that animals see your energy body. I do believe that they are very, very dialed into what you are feeling at any given time. Frequently, I have people call me to work with their animals and say, he acts like he's sad, he acts like he's distressed, and what he will convey back to me is that he's worried. He's worried about his companion because she is sad and she is depressed or distressed. So share those emotions with them, talk to them, love them, but recognize that you are deeply and indelibly connected to them. They wouldn't have it any other way, and I know you wouldn't either, but please acknowledge that and recognize that in them. Okay, the third thing they want you to know, and I don't think this will come as a big surprise to most of you, we really, really hate your phone. So they hate your phone. They hate it so much. How many of you have had one of your animal companions knock your phone out of your hands? Probably a lot of you. Or lay on it. Or get in between you and the screen. They hate your phone. I think they hate it for a lot of reasons. I know they hate it because they don't like the energy it takes from them and the attention it takes from them. But I think it goes deeper than that. I feel like they don't like your technology because they know that there's other things that you could be doing. I think that they don't like your technology sometimes because they know that maybe it's not making you feel as good as it could. And frankly, if you're spending more time hanging out, on your phone than you are taking them out for their walk, they're not going to appreciate that. So when you're giving them that little extra boost, or when you're walking in the front door from work, or you are giving them some extra attention, put your phone away. Just let it be about them. And I don't know how many of you, whenever you try to snap a photograph of one of your animals, gets treated like you're trying to steal their soul. But many of them are not very photogenic that way. They just don't like that little box or that little device very well. And that's okay. When they're telling you to put your phone down, it's because they know something. They know you need to. So listen. Listen to that and give them some attention for a little while. You'll be so glad that you did. Okay. The fourth thing they want you to know is if they are a rescue pet, it's going to take a long, long time for them to recognize that they are in their forever home. Don't let that hurt your feelings. I've worked with animals who've been in their forever home for many years that will still ask me if this is their forever home. They've been through a lot, sometimes a lot more than we can ever really grasp or even want to know. But here we are with these animals that they're in our homes, they're in our care, but they have a long memory, and their soul has a long memory of the experiences that they've had. So reassure them often. And if you have a rescue pet that has some attachment with withdrawal issues or some attachment issues, do everything you can to provide them with every bit of support that you can and of reassurance that you can. And I'm going to teach you a trick before we're done here today to help you connect with them when you're not home, because they need that. But tell them often how much you love them, how glad you are that they live with you, how happy you are that they chose you as their eternal companion in this home, in this world. They need to hear it, and sometimes they just need to hear it often, and that's okay. The last thing they want you to know is, please don't set us up to fail. We're doing the best we can, but sometimes we have a hard time behaving. If you have an animal who struggles when you're not home with destroying property, put them in a crate. It's okay. It's okay. That's better than the alternative. That's better than tearing something up. That's better than causing a problem. So definitely, if that's an issue, and if that's an issue with them, give them every tool that you can to succeed, right? Have a dog walker that comes in the middle of the day to check on them. If you have an elderly companion who's never been bad before but is suddenly having accidents, help them. Take them out more frequently. Provide potty pads. Go to the vet and make sure that we're not dealing with a kidney infection. But don't set them up to fail. If they're not supposed to eat food on the counter, don't leave food on the counter if they can reach it. Sometimes they don't mean to, but it's hard for them. Recognize that most of your dogs and cats have a mentality of around a 3 or a 4-year-old. Sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less. But right in that age range. And if I left a donut on the counter and a 4-year-old ate it, I would have expected that they would. Well, don't expect something different from your pet. Set them up to win and set them up to be successful with you by not giving them things that they shouldn't be into. It's that easy, right? Okay, so before we're done, I want to teach you a quick and easy trick to connect with your animal companions when you're not home or when you're worried or thinking about them. So if you would, for just a moment, I'd like you to picture one of your animal companions. Whether they're with you in person right now or not, just think about one of them here for a minute. Now I want you to focus on your heart chakra. Your heart chakra is right here in the center of your chest. Animals have nearly the same chakra system that we do. They have an additional chakra called the brachial, and I can teach you about that sometime, but right now we're going to focus on the heart. So I would like you to focus a pink ball of energy from your heart. I'd like you to draw a silver thread of light from your heart and plug that thread in to the heart of the animal companion that you're thinking about, right into their heart chakra. This is your telephone wire. This is your communication cable. From this cable, you send them love, you send them joy, you send them pictures. Animals think in a series of pictures. Humans do too, but we think in a series of consequences. They think more literally. When you're not home, send them a picture of you. Think about it. What are you doing right now? Are you sitting at your desk? Are you on the subway? Are you walking down the street? Are you on an airplane? And then always send them a picture of you walking in the front door, giving them their love and attention, cuddling on the couch, whatever your routine is. But connect with them every once in a while and let them know that they're okay and that you're okay too. That goes a long, long way for animals that need to feel you. Alrighty, so that pretty much wraps things up. I want to let you guys know a couple of quick things. First of all, I hope that you'll stay tuned. The very next speaker is Brittany Offlinger. She is wonderful. I want to let you know that in honor of today, I have put up an email reading that is the MP3 recording of my Animal Reiki 1 class. My Animal Reiki 1 class is a great way to pick up some basic energy skills and communication skills with your pets. So I've already put the link in the chat room. I would love it if you want to pick that up over at 1-2 Academy. I'll send you the MP3 so that you can get dialed into that. You can learn more about me over at katie-weaver.com. And I want to just thank you guys for being here and thank the organizers for putting this together. What a fun day. You're listening to 1-2 Radio, where we're changing the way you learn with the world.